This is really good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Marco, just born in this evening edition, evening edition, on the 5th of August 2017 of Co-Creative Accelerated Manifestability, Multi-Creation, Holistical, Transcendent Creation in the manifested form of one of the many transcendical, elistical, which is really just a multi-transcendical, holistical transformation of the not only the understanding of the concept of what is the simple foundation equations, which is part of it. Well, now they're simplified in the complexities. Simplified complexities of the complex understanding of the really balanced quantum energy of visual ability side, which is really just offer reality, just not make it too complex, but really offer reality and the ability of offer reality, capability of offer reality. In not only just on the mind, but to be more specific on the mind, I guess would be unity mind. Unity, and of course, the combination of universal irreversibility, which ultimately is not necessarily a diminution, of course, of the Phoenix phenomenon. Once again, it's of course recognizing, learning, and teaching, and an explanational acceleration of expedition in the form of this, of course, co-creative expansive force, which is ultimately, of course, very positive, freeing, and ascension in process. Now, of course, the key important factors is not necessarily that's up, but ultimately it's a very, very key, beautiful process, and this balance is also known to be ultimately more in tune. But even though it is of course definitely a special type of as in a combination of a sort of level of integrity, ultimately, and of course a level of truth, and of course a level of courage, and of course a level of continuation. So, of course, those are all combined, and of course, what is the word, which is a sort of a dedication, determination, and of course perseverance. Continuing, F is fauna, or continuing with kinetics. Fauna egokinesis, manipulate fauna energy. Ferrokinesis, manipulate metal. Ferrikinesis, manipulate iron. Figurakinesis, manipulate shape. Philokinesis, manipulate thread. Florokinesis, manipulate flowers. Ergokinesis, manipulate flower energy. Flyrokinesis, manipulate and generate force fields. Fragokinesis, manipulate explosions. Frigokinesis, manipulate and create snow. Fungokinesis, manipulate and generate fungi. Genokinesis, manipulate DNA. Geokinesis, manipulate the earth. Geomagnetokinesis, manipulate the geomagnetic field. Geothermokinesis, manipulate lava, magma, volcanoes. Gerontokinesis, manipulate the age of living organisms. Just a quick interjection here. Of course, some of these things, of course, which is true. A lot of this, believe it or not, is some of the innate capabilities that we have in the human body. But once again, the sound, for example, and just the actual embodiment, and of course the expression, and of course just the fact that these abilities are being taught or done or advanced, and then of course can be bounced upon off of the beings, of course, and then just trying to accelerate the ultimate sort of understanding, and it's not like ultimatum, but actually quite more of a state of continued accelerated omnipotence, which is inherent in of course the sentient beings and beings in general. But once again, the point, or just one of the key aspects, of course, is the fact of grand, beautiful, innate abilities. The innate. We awaken the innate. Ultimately. Okay, continuing. Gladiokinesis, manipulate knives. Glucokinesis, manipulate sugar. Glucokinesis, manipulate gluttony. Gyrokinesis, manipulate gravity. Ergokinesis, manipulate divine. Ionic kinesis, iokinesis, manipulate ions. Iotakinesis, manipulate charged particles. Enclinokinesis, manipulate body shape. Infernokinesis, manipulate hellfire. Chemokinesis, manipulate winter. Kinetokinesis, manipulate kinetic energy. And Coniokinesis, manipulate dust. This is your host, slash builder, slash creator, slash director, slash guidance, slash instructor, mentor. Well, more just, I guess, of course, multifaceted being, and of course, in the most pleasant and, well, honest way. There's a lot more work to do, and of course, this is a very fantastic, beautiful creation, and of course, this ascension and ascendability and connectability and advanced spiritual maturity is very peaceful, practical, and and very, very beautiful solution manifestable creation. And of course, this is very, ultimately, of course, good news. This is your host slash mentor, host slash. This is your host, Chris Marco, this is evening edition of Imagination Times 3 to the power of truth equals freedom plus love, as well as M&M equations, as well as SC, Scout, Resilience, or R&R, resiliency, and ultimately, R&R can be resiliency in reality. Also, Sky Eyes, SC, NOF, Ocean Fire. See the quote, see discerning, see unquote. Of course, freedom plus truth times imagination equals matching magnet. Beauty equals matching in the making realm. Of course, equals M&M. To the power of magic times truth. Matching in the making is M&M. Which is also realm. Of course, we're able to create realms. Truth equals imagination plus mass. And of course, the breakdown of these, or not necessarily breakdown, but the type of different factors, add plus, and then plus the factor equals the truth. And of course, truth can be accelerated to the power, and then the spirit, and of course, imagination, and of course, it's all always one of the most basic functions of ascension, and as well as of that. Let me just choose this word very carefully. Of course, this is what the ascended, peaceful, advanced. The key things for today is peace and love, and I'm translating from. So actually, not necessarily translating. Just saying. It's not really. Okay, just getting to the point right where this was not necessarily a buffer, but like that, and even like an actual strong safety, because that's a real thing, quantum energy safety net. This is a sort of quantum energy safety net. Brilliant way of putting it. Quantum energy safety net. Now it's at a mature, for example, at a mature level, and that's a very positive thing. Also, at a state of absolute beautiful balance, and of course, that's fluid, manifestable, acceleratable, and grand. Love you all. This is your host, Christopher Curtis Bond, on this evening edition of Fire of Living. Excuse me, on this evening edition of Imagination Apps. Spiritual Power, Truth Equals, Freedom Plus Love. There we go.